everyone, and welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making something from the Jane Austen cookbook. So this is a cookbook that was, I guess, put together by a lady who actually stayed with Jane Austen's family and got recipes and all of that. So this is some of the recipes from Jane Austen's actual household. So today we are going to be making Swiss Soup Meagre, and then we're also going to be making with that A Nice Whet before dinner, which is a bread thing that goes with this. So it suggests making both of them at the same time. Okay, so what you're going to need ahead of time, I'm going to tell you what you need for both recipes, because I would go ahead and get the stuff. You're going to need to get the stuff ready for the other one as well. So the first thing that you will do for the Nice Whet before dinner, you are going to need 6 2-ounce cans of anchovy fillets in oil. You're going to drain the oil out, but you're going to reserve it because you're going to need it later. And then you're going to soak the anchovies overnight in milk. So put them in a bowl or something, pour a couple tablespoons of milk over top of them and let them soak overnight, okay? The other thing that you're going to need for the Nice Whet before dinner is 16 thick slices of large white bread. It says slices from a large white tin loaf, but I don't know what a tin loaf is. We don't have that. So anyway, so I just bought some Texas toast and used that. You're going to need to toast it. We'll cut the crust off first, then toast it. And it's supposed to be darker on one side and barely toasted on the other. I used my toaster oven for that. I know not everybody has one. I'm sure if you have to just toast it in a toaster, it'll be fine. Okay. And then, so you're going to, once you get that out, you're going to trim them into 3 finger-like slices. So this is a bunch of them cut up into finger-like slices, and put them the lightest side up. And then we will come back to those after we get the soup going, okay? So what you need for the soup is you're going to need 10 ounces or 275 grams of varied salad leaves. So I just bought this. It's the mixed spring at Walmart. It's 10 ounces. You can do that. If you're going to buy different kind of lettuces and cut them up yourself, it says do pull the big stalks or stems off and shred any of the larger leaves, okay? Then you're also going to need an 8-ounce or 225 gram cucumber. I just used 1 cucumber. You're going to peel it, then cut it in half lengthwise, and then slice it. So you get kind of little half moon slices like this, okay? All right. Then you're also going to need 4 ounces, 110 grams, or a half a cup of butter chopped, which is also 1 stick of butter, so just kind of chop it up. Then you're going to need 6 ounces or 175 grams or 3/4 of a cup of shelled fresh young peas or frozen petitpois. Now I bought a thing of baby snap peas in their pods and opened the pods up. It was a pretty good sized bag. I didn't quite get a 3/4 of a cup. I got about maybe half of that. So, but that's just what we're going to use. If I don't have the full amount, it's okay. I would also think it would be fine to just buy a bag of frozen peas and use those as well. You're also going to need 1 teaspoon of chopped fresh parsley, 1 tablespoon of chopped chives, fresh if possible, and then 1 tablespoon chopped fresh or a half a tablespoon of dried mixed herbs, okay? Let's see, is there anything else? Oh, you are going to need 2 tablespoons of soft white breadcrumbs without the crust. Now, I think these do have the crust in them, but I'm not going to worry about it. I have these already in the cupboard, so I'm just going to use those, okay? So this is just plain breadcrumbs, all right? All right, and then you're also going to need 3 egg yolks. You don't need the whites. The last thing that you will need as far as prep-wise, it does take 4 fluid ounces or 125 milliliters or a half a cup of single light cream. Now, light cream is something that they have in the UK. It's not something we carry here. So heavy cream has too much fat. Half and half has too little fat, so it actually suggests using half heavy cream and half milk. It doesn't say what percentage of milk though when I've looked it up. So I don't know if it means use whole milk. I am going to use skim milk and just mix a fourth of a cup of a fourth of a cup of heavy cream and a fourth of a cup of skim milk, and hope that's light enough and not too light. But anyways, so that's everything that you need. I know that's a lot, and I'll be saying it as well as we're cooking it. So I already have my bread cut up into fingers and ready to go, and we'll come back to that once we get our soup going. So what you're going to do first for your soup is you are going to take, let's see. Okay, so you're going to take, first you're going to turn on your pan. That's important. Then you're going to take your half a cup of chopped butter and you're going to put that in there, okay? And let it start melting. All right, and this is kind of weird because the instructions are very strange, so I have to figure out where I was in the instructions. Okay, to this butter, you're going to add in 2 medium onions that you've chopped up, okay? And I hope I did say to chop up medium onions. If I didn't, I'm telling you now. You're going to need 2 medium onions chopped up, okay? Put all of that in there. Mercedes, you better not be eating any onions that fell on the floor. My dog is down below me. Okay. Oh, and one just hit the floor. Don't eat that, Mercedes. No, you can't have onions. Nope. Nope, my onion. Thank you. Okay, so once you got that in there, you're going to go ahead and, let's see. It says cook gently for a couple of minutes. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let those cook up. While those are cooking up, I'm going to take you guys over and get started on the wets, I guess. And so I'll be right back. Let me just get you guys over there, get you set up. We're kind of going to do a little back and forth. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, you guys. So now for a nice wet before dinner. So we've got our breads all done, got them cut into fingers. All that's ready to go. So what you're going to do now. And I have my anchovies here that have been sitting overnight in milk. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and place, let's see. So you're going to brush the barely toasted side of the bread with your anchovy oil, okay, that you reserved out of the can. So we're just going to brush all of this on here, okay? Okay, so now that you have gotten all of your breads brushed with anchovies, our onions are ready to go. So what you're going to do now to this is you are going to add in your cucumber, your peas. So it's supposed to be a 3/4 of a cup of shelled fresh young peas or frozen petits pois, however you say that. Or it's also 6 ounces or 175 grams of peas. You're going to do 1 cucumber that you've peeled and then slice it all the way down lengthwise and then slice them up into little like half moon figures. Okay, so we're going to add that in. And then you're going to add in 1 teaspoon. Find my teaspoon here. So you need 1 teaspoon of fresh parsley, chopped parsley. So we got 1 teaspoon of that. Then you need 1 tablespoon of chives, correct? Yes, 1 tablespoon of fresh chopped chives, or fresh if possible, so you can use dry for that as well. Okay, then we have our mixed herbs. So I am going to be using the dried mixed herbs. You can do fresh mixed herbs, which would be 1 tablespoon of fresh mixed herbs. Or if you're going to do the dry ones, it's a half a tablespoon of dried mixed herbs. Okay. Put that in there. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay, you're going to toss that up with a spoon, with a wooden spoon is what it says. If you don't have a wooden spoon, I'm sure it's fine. Okay. It says to toss it around for a few minutes, a few moments. Okay, we got it looking pretty good. It's all looking nice and covered. I'm going to give you guys a look at this. So here it is here. It's looking pretty good there. Okay. Now, once you get that pretty well and tossed, you're going to add in 2 tablespoons of flour. Is it 2 tablespoons? Let me make sure. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 1 tablespoon of flour. And, okay, so just sprinkle that on. All right, so you're going to put 1 tablespoon of flour. You're going to sprinkle that on over top of the greens. Were we supposed to add the... Oh, we were supposed to add the leaves. Well, shoot. Sorry, you guys. So add the leaves first, then put the flour on top of the greens. So hopefully I didn't just screw that up. All right, so let's put our greens in here. So the flour isn't on top, but you guys add your greens in with all your herbs, and then sprinkle the flour on top. Hopefully it'll still be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a toss anyways, because we were supposed to. So that this way your stuff gets coated. And then you would sprinkle the flour on top. I don't know if I should sprinkle more flour or not. I don't think so. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and put that all in there. Got it all nice and coated. Ooh, that does look pretty though. Okay, so it would look like this, and then you would sprinkle the 1 tablespoon of flour over the top. Okay, so once you've got that all done, you're gonna go ahead and cover, and you're gonna turn it down to a simmer, to low, and you're gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes, okay? And you're supposed to check it often, okay, to make sure they're not burning. What we're gonna do now is you're gonna take your anchovies, okay, out of your thing, and you are gonna cut the tips off of these. Oh, they're all sticking together still. So they have little pointed tips on the ends of them. You're supposed to cut those off. So I'm gonna cut those off. The little pointed tip off here. Here it is. I think it's only on the one end. And then you're just gonna lay 1 anchovy on top of your bread, okay? So trim the points off, lay the anchovy on top, and then you're just gonna sprinkle it generously. It says with fresh grated Parmesan. I'm just gonna use grated Parmesan. Sprinkle that all over the top generously, and then you're going to put them on the cheese side up and heat them in the broiler or on a grill. You can do them on a grill too, and cook it just enough to long enough to half melt the cheese, okay? Then once it gets about half melted, you can sprinkle them with chopped parsley or strained orange or lemon juice, and then you can serve them very hot, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting the anchovies on the rest of this, and then I will go ahead and sprinkle my Parmesan cheese over them, and then I will cook them until they're half melted. It doesn't give you time, so you're just gonna have to watch them. Especially in the broiler, it's probably not gonna take long, okay? So I will get these done and have that cooking for its 10 minutes, and then I will be back and show you guys how we finish up the soup, okay? So I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, you guys, so our like salad stuff and all that has been cooking for about 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. So I'll give you guys a look here. Here's what it looks like, okay? All right, so now that it's been cooking good for 10 minutes, what you're gonna do now is you are going to add in, let's see, how much is this? It is 3 pints or 1.7 liters or 7.5 cups of vegetable stock. So this is my first 4 cups. Give me just a second here. Okay. And then this would make it 7.5. Okay. Then you're also going to add to this 2 tablespoons of soft white breadcrumbs. So we got 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. Okay. And you're going to stir that up. Okay. Then you're going to cover it, leave it on low, and cook it for another 20 minutes on low. Okay? So, and then when we come back, we're going to add a few more other things to this. But once the 20 minutes is up, go ahead and remove it from the heat, because you're going to want it to go ahead and kind of cool off a little bit. And I will come back when it's time to do that, because while it's cooling a little bit, we're going to go ahead and mix up our last little thing so we can add to it. So I will be back in 20 minutes when this is ready, you guys. So the timer just went off, and this has been cooking for about 20 minutes. Looks quite a bit like soup, I would say. So now you're going to shut your heat off, and you're just going to let it kind of sit there and cool for a minute. I'll kind of show you guys here what this looks like. So here it is there, okay? All right, so now what you're going to do while it's kind of cooling, you just kind of need it to get like down below the boiling point. So you're going to go ahead and take your 3 egg yolks, and you're just going to beat them. Okay. And they're supposed to be quite creamy. Okay, and then you're going to season them with some salt and pepper. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Okay, stir that up. And then add it to your light cream. So this is a fourth of a cup of milk and a fourth of a cup of heavy cream. If you're in the UK, you need a half a cup, okay? Or if you, someplace you can get light cream, you need a half a cup. All right, you're gonna go ahead, do you put this into, yeah, you're gonna put this into the cream, okay? And you can either season it while you're doing the eggs or season it after you put it in the cream, whichever way you wanna go. So as long as it gets some salt and pepper in it, okay? Okay. I have too small of a cup for this, but that's okay. I think I'm just gonna dump it back in this bowl. Stir that up real good. Oh, it's dripping. There we go. All right, and then once your soup looks like it's past the boiling point, in other words, it's not boiling or anything anymore, then you can go ahead and add this in. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in there. And we're gonna stir it up. And then you can keep this on the stove, you know, with a lid on it until you're ready to serve it, or serve it right away, whichever way you guys want to do it. Let me give you guys a look at what it looks like. It really does look like a soup now, especially since we added the cream and stuff. So there it is. Kind of looks like a creamy soup. Okay, so I'm just going to put the lid back on for now. We're still waiting for the bread, forgot what they're called now, for the bread things to get done, and then we will try them both together. So I'll be back with you guys. So our first thing of wets is done. I'm really not sure if I'm gonna like these or not, but the cheese kind of melted, kind of did it, but we'll try them. A little bit nervous about that one. All right, so first let's try the soup, okay? So let's see, make sure we get some good stuff in there. That's not bad. Wow. I thought it was going to be a little bit plain, but it's actually pretty flavorful. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of a chowder, but not thick. It's very strange, but it's very good. I actually really like it. I was a little worried that it wasn't going to be all that great. It is pretty good. Okay, so let's try one of these. I'm really worried about this. Now you don't have to make these either. You can serve this with just some dry toast. You don't have to do the anchovy wets if you don't want to. So, or you could probably do some dinner rolls with this. It would be good too. All right, so really nervous. Let's try it. Surprisingly, you guys, it's not bad. It's not the best thing ever. I probably like dried toast better. A little too salty. But it's not horrible. I could eat this. Not something I would want to eat all the time, but it's pretty good. Okay. Not too bad. It's just, yeah, really salty. Leaves a lot of salt behind. Okay. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Bye.